Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1. Well, hello, tubers. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. As many of you know, that my channel is the world's leading expert on monitoring Carolyn's RV life and her crazy antics and exploits. And since only a few of you are paying attention to her, she had an interesting post on her community part of her channel. She called it a public service announcement, a PSA. Most of you probably didn't catch it, but I would not call it a public service announcement. I would call it more of a warning. Essentially, she's warning others that because her revenue is down, like I've been saying in many of my videos, like I don't make this up. Revenue's down, the amount she's getting paid is down, her viewership's down, Patreon's down. She's now warning in her PSA that she's going to be doing more advertising. So she's going to add more things that people don't want to see. More endorsements, more huckstering, more ads embedded in the video. It's kind of a desperate act. She's actually, what I would say, doubling down instead of just getting a job. We all know that she's capable of working and making a very good living in one of those liberal cities. Guaranteed she can make 6 figures a year in some Bay Area, profession, helping liberals be more liberal, for example. But yeah, she is a stubborn one. So I'm going to actually read you her PSA, which I really call a doubling down, because she don't want to work for a living, and she's actually signing a death warrant to her own channel by actually doing this, because it's going to turn more and more people off. It seems like everything she's doing wrong. In fact, if she would just listen to me, listen to you guys, because you guys offer really good advice to her, if she actually just did the opposite of what she's doing right now, she'd probably be quite successful. Anyway, let's get to her PSA. Let me read it to you. Many YouTube creators like me never intended to make YouTube a job. I'll post a few videos, I thought. It'll be fun and maybe I'll make a few extra bucks. But my channel took off fast, and within a few months I was earning enough to live on. I gave up my day job, marketing consultant, and made YouTube my full-time business. Well, I know how that happened. I was in Quartzsite during the RTR in January 2017. I remember seeing Carolyn there. She was like a nobody. She started brown-nosing with Bob Wells, from Cheap RV Living. She took him aside and got her fingers and hooks into him so that he would do a shout-out and promote her channel. Hell, I was there. I didn't even do that. No, I can't be bothered to brown-nose with the Bob. Of course, there's pictures taken with me with him, but, I didn't say, hey, Bob, you got to give me a shout-out. So, of course, Carolyn was not so road-worn then, so she was slightly more attractive and skinnier. So she really tried her charms on, Bob. And Bob was a lonely old desert dweller living in a van. So she really played Bob. And I still wonder to this day, and I even get questions, I think even today, about why Bob Wells does not promote Carolyn's RV life anymore. I really don't know why. We'd have to ask Bob Wells, because he's the only one that can answer why he doesn't promote her constantly anymore. I mean, he doesn't even promote her, period. Anyway, continuing on with her PSA, I get to share my life and experiences, be creative, and meet amazing people. It's been the dream job for the most part. Well, yeah, because she's just been sitting on her butt. It's like a paid vacation. But the paid vacation's over, Carolyn. Continuing on with her PSA. But at the end of last year, something changed. Suddenly, my YouTube revenue tanked. I mean tanked. That's capital letters there, folks. It was at levels I'd never seen. Not even my first months of creating. I do the same work, get about the same views, and my revenue is down 30 to 50%. And I'm not the only one. Well, actually, her views are down too. You take a look at the videos. A couple years ago, every video she'd put out would get 30 to 100,000 or more views. Now she has videos that sometimes just get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 maybe. Oh, Sammy's complaining. Sammy's complaining. That's Sammy dog. Sammy girl's complaining. Yeah. He complained because Carolyn needs to get a job. Are you right, Sammy? Anyway, continuing on. I've heard creators across the board talking about this. How can this be? How can our cost per 1,000 views suddenly go down by as much as 90% overnight? We're not getting any answers, and many of us are just chugging along hoping to go back to where it was. It ain't happening, Carolyn. I've been warning you. I'm your best friend here on YouTube's in terms of your financial stability. It's time to get a J-O-B, a jobby poo, as old Mikey, living not so free Mikey, talks about. Okay, we're going to cut to the chase here. Why am I sharing this? Yes, Carolyn, why are you sharing this? I know why you're saying this, because you want the monies. It's not funnies. It's always about the money. Because I'm asking for your patience as we find ways to recoup our lost income. What do you mean we? It's a her, it's a me. Why does she refer to herself in the plural? Is that a narcissistic thing? I think she does that quite often. Yeah. Anyway, as we find ways to recoup our lost income while we, there we go again, continue to bring you the content you love. Well, some people love it, maybe. That may mean you see more sponsorships, more ads, more creative ways for us to get paid for our work. There we go, our work. What the heck's up with that? Referring to herself in the plural. Well, that last line of that may mean you may see more sponsorship. It's basically a threat that I'm putting more ads in and I'm doubling down, constantly selling products, endorsements, even. There's so many endorsements that, are not worth endorsing. As a matter of fact, I get endorsement offers probably at least 3 a week for the last 5 years. And I don't endorse anything. So I'll give you a perspective. Cash-hungry influencers or people on YouTube pretty much endorse anything without proper due diligence. Anyway, that's what separates me from Carolyn. I have my own money. So, anyway, continuing on with her little diatribe here. And if you can, support us, there we go, referring to herself in the plural, via Patreon or channel memberships. As a reminder, her Patreon membership levels have dropped. Even if it's just $5 a month, it helps. You can shop our affiliate, there she goes again, referring to herself in the plural, our affiliates, like Amazon. Shop the companies that sponsor us, buy our merch, make one-time contributions. Well, that would be begging, I guess, a donation. That fit your budget on PayPal. The fact is, those of us who've made a living out of creating content wouldn't be able to do it if we had to take a different job. Ooh, that's another threat. That's saying, don't make me get a 9-to-5 job because you won't see my videos again. Wow, that's one hell of a threat. Oh boy. For me, being a content creator is more than a full-time job. Well, yeah, you're right. I totally agree with that last line for her. It is more than just a full-time job. It's not a full-time job, and it's actually a paid vacation. That's what it is. Come on. More than a full-time job. Hey, do you guys wonder, you guys watch my videos, you see me travel around the world, doing my thing, living my life. I have a better lifestyle than Carolyn, and I don't have to do what she does. Heck, I even have the water budget to shower daily. I know it's crazy, but apparently everything I'm doing in her eyes is wrong and horrible. But anyway, I'm always trying to steer that girl right. And if she would have just apologized that very first time years ago when she did a video slamming me, well, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are today. And perhaps she wouldn't be eating crow, suffering with a substantial drop of income and revenue on her YouTube channel. So, I don't know. You guys put your comments down below on what you think about her latest announcement post here on her community page. And do you really care about her losing her income like this? And what do you think about my suggestion that if she just did everything I said, or everything opposite to what she's doing right now, if she would actually just fall on her feet and do quite well? because whatever she's doing, it's not working. Plus, I need your comment about this because, hey, I'm not a licensed psychologist, but why does she refer to herself in the plural using we and our? I find that very, very strange. But you put your comments down below and you tell me what you think. In the meantime, folks, I hope you're doing well. I shall talk to you soon. Over and out.